Alrighty, we've got skill issue here. This was definitely a tough level. One of the toughest levels I've done. This first obstacle wasn't overly difficult. I mean, the most annoying part was, you know, how when these go super fast, you can go through them. It didn't happen in this attempt, but you can. I know bar jumps are issues for a lot of people. I've gotten better at them recently. But this one was probably the second hardest obstacle. That wrecking ball is so high up. You have to get hit at the perfect angle, perfect time. There's really zero room for error. The first time I attempted this map was probably 2 months ago or so. And I actually gave up. I came back to it the other day because I felt like, you know, I'd gotten better. Maybe I could make this next obstacle. The next obstacle is the one that caused me to give up. But I'm very, very happy you put checkpoints at each one because there's no way, at least I could do this map without the checkpoints at each one. But yeah, this wrecking ball just... First time I did it, I honestly didn't think it was possible. I almost gave up and eventually got it. I keep trying new ways of doing it. It had been so long I forgot how I did it the last group of times I did it. But I think the best way is to angle yourself kind of in that general direction that I'm about to jump. Yeah, right there. I mean, time it better than that, but I think that's what I end up doing, and that's what ends up working. Yeah, the first time I did it, I had recorded probably, I'm guessing somewhere between 7 to 10 attempts, and I just, in my head, there was no way. Like I said, the next obstacle is the one that really hurts. But I don't actually do it on this attempt, but I wanted to give you guys an idea because I get the next obstacle fairly quickly. I wanted to give you guys an idea of how much I struggled with that next one. There we go. So I'm not sure if there's two ways to do this or not, but I was trying to hit myself between that gap, between the door ears. You might be able to jump around to the right or left and grab on to the ledge, but I tried it a bunch of times and was never able to do it. Now, obviously, I'm speeding it up, I think 3 times here. If you want to move ahead to the next attempt where I do it, just skip ahead 2 minutes. But, yeah, see, like jumping like that, I'm not sure if it is possible. But my goal was to hit myself between those ears. And on the times that I landed up there and stuck and stayed, but didn't make it through the gap, I decided to try that little, you know, jump around thing. But this hammer's going very slow for a Yeetus. Now, obviously, sped up, it doesn't give you a good idea on exactly how slow it is. But you'll see it in the next attempt. I show you the full complement of attempts. I'm pretty sure on this attempt I was on this obstacle for a full 6 minutes and really just didn't come close. And that was the case for every single attempt 2 months ago. There was just nothing I could do. And I gave up. On that one, I actually did make it through the ears, but I kept going and fell. It's just and the hammer is in an awkward place. It's hard to yeet yourself at the right angle. But we got it done, and obviously the creator of this got it done. So it is possible. 2 people have done it. I did see it had something like 15 plays or something like that, so I'm not sure how many other people have completed this map. But if you have, or if you do after this video, congrats to you, because this was a tough one. Alright, we're about to get into the next attempt, and I'm just starting you right at the Yeetus. You don't need to see the other ones again. I don't remember exactly how long it takes me in this attempt, but you'll get to see me try to do that jump around. I feel like it is possible, but I was never able to get it done. And you can see how slow this Yeetus is. Like, that's a slow swing. It's one of those where you have to, just like the previous one, the Wrecking Ball, you have to hit everything absolutely perfect. There's only one spot you can be on that Yeetus where you're going to end up going through that gap. Let's see how much longer it takes me. I think it's this one. Yeah, look at that. All luck, I'm not going to lie. But I was so excited to get this done. And I knew I had enough time as long as I didn't have more skill issues. I knew I had enough time to finish. If I would have done it and the timer was on, I would have been so frustrated. And I would have never stopped trying because I knew I could then. I probably wasn't going to try it much more than 1 or 2 more times after this, so I'm so glad I was able to complete this map. These weren't too hard. Took me a handful of attempts, but significantly easier than most of the previous obstacles. Probably only second to the bar jump, just because I've gotten better at those. The first one I got done quickly both times, but it was kind of luck. I've done that a bunch of times, and sometimes it takes me a dozen attempts or so, but you just got to make sure you're landing before the hammer starts coming in, because then your guy starts rolling. Even this jump was a long jump. Obviously, I didn't even technically make it. It just gave me credit. I think this was probably the easiest. Now, maybe, although I landed on the ears, so this obstacle ends up being 2 obstacles. It's the only one without a checkpoint between it. But I could see if you mess up those first jumps, or if you have multiple people 3 times, that's going to really screw you up. Because you'll see, I think I missed the jump here. Yeah, and it starts spinning. So if those 3 are moving, it's going to be very difficult. So I was extra careful on this jump. And when I got to the vertical version of these, or I guess the horizontal version, this next obstacle, in my head I was like, I have to do this on my first try, because what you see is happening is going to happen. It's just going to be very difficult to do. And it was. But I managed to just go back and forth while that thing slowly made its way across. And I timed it well. My jump was clean, which was lucky. This timer obviously was there. I was like, okay, I've got to do it. There's no more obstacles. And I got to this, and that's even a long jump right there. I appreciate the messages, though. Thanks and GG. But I was also nervous about this jump because of every previous jump before, so I tried to get some momentum to the side, and it worked. I ended up qualifying. This is probably top 3 hardest maps overall that I've ever done. That obstacle, number 1 hardest obstacle. But the map overall, the other ones weren't quite as bad. Very well done.